Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's that time of month that we all love, which is the completed coloring pages. So my kids are playing in the background, so we'll see if I can actually film this all in one go. And I actually have a decent stack of pictures to show you guys this month. I just had a really good month coloring, I guess. So I did do 2 pictures in Inktober 2020 coloring challenge. On the Coloring Heavens page, their challenge for the month was to use an all blue pencil. And so I used one of my Polychromos blue pencils for this beetle, which is by Alexander Berger. And I think it turned out pretty cool. I just kept it really simple, didn't go too crazy because there's so much going on and so many little details. I thought it would just enhance it more if I just shaded the parts of the beetle. So that's one page that I did, and then I was so I guess this is the first page that I did in here, so it counts for Color Your Horde by Lovelia. But anyways, I was so inspired that I colored another page in here, and I really love how this one turned out. I don't know, something about this picture spoke to me. I mean, the chicken is not my favorite. I didn't look at my swatch when I grabbed the colors for the chicken, so it's a fantasy chicken. But I love this girl, and it looks like she's like a puppet or something. So I decided to make her skin look like it was wood grain, and that was super fun to do. And yeah, so I loved working on this page. I used Polychromos and some watercolor pencil for the background, and I also used my pastel pencils for I think the dress and the chicks, and yeah, so like the hat and stuff. So that's Inktober 2020 coloring challenge. Let's see, I also did a picture in Forest Girl volume 2, and let's see, oh, it's this one. This one was super fun to do. I have like a travel size watercolor palette, and I used that a lot actually this month. But yeah, I used that for everything on this picture, and I love how it turned out. And I was a little nervous about making this wall such a bright pink, but I think it just suits the picture really nicely, and it was super fun to work on. I love just like the looseness, and I loved working on her clothes and her hair. It was just super fun. So that's that picture. And then I did, oh man, I forgot who this artist is, but I did a couple pictures in these books. This is the last picture that I did this month, also with my travel watercolor set. I just loved how serene this picture felt, and I wanted it to be very vibrant colors, you know, just relaxing in spring. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I just used watercolors on this, and there's the crinkle. And then I finished a work in progress in this one. So I had done the clothes with Polychromos and the hair, and then everything else I did with my watercolor. I think the background was watercolor pencils, and then everything else was with the watercolor travel set. And I love how it turned out. I mean, the eyes are not my favorite that I've done. It was a little touch and go there, but I love how the peaches turned out, and just those bright colors again. Just feels very vibrant, and I love how the hair turned out. Yeah, So there's that one. I finished another work in progress in a Circle of Life. Let's see, I love this book so much. So this was a work in progress that I showed a couple months ago, and I picked it back up again. Let's see, for this one, what did I use? I used polychromos, and then I used some Pastelo for some of the lighter shading in here. And then I used, I can't remember if it was Inktober. No, it was that watercolor set again for the leaves, which I love how they turned out. Yeah, I just think they turned out super awesome. And I used the pastel pencils on these little birds as well. So that's Circle of Life. And then I did a picture in Mythographic Dream Garden by Fabiana Attanasio, and it's this one. And I really love how this one turned out. I wanted to go for something that was like fantasy mixed with reality, so that's why like all of the plants right here are blue, but like the trees are like normal. And I think this house turned out really cool. So I have used a variety of things in here. I used Inktense for the background, and then polychromos for the house and some of the shading on the tree. And then I used the watercolor set for some of the, I think I used it for the base of the tree, and then like the mushrooms and the blue everywhere. So this one is very mixed media, and I think it turned out really fun. I had a lot of fun working on it, so I'm excited to have one done in Mythographic. And the last coloring page that I have to show is from Find Color, and I did this for Lavilia's Color Your Hoard 2021 challenge. And let's see, I need to find the picture. I can't remember if this is in my 10 untouched books to color this year. I think it is, but I can't 100% remember. But I finally colored a picture in here, and I absolutely love how it turned out. This paper is so nice. It's so toothy. It took the water color like a gem. I used purely watercolor on this page, and I just think it turned out so pretty. Just like so like simple but elegant. I wanted to make it feel very watercolory, so you can, when you look at it, you know it's watercolor. So like I intentionally added more saturated areas and just like let it flow a little bit, and just like some subtle things like this purpley pink is a different pink than this, so she blends in with the flower but also stands out a little bit. And yeah, I had a lot of fun picking the color palette and just working on this. I think I did this in like 2 days. Most of it I did in one day, and then the next day I did the skin and the hair. So I just had a lot of fun with this page, and I would say it's my favorite one that I've done this month, and probably for like the last little while. But the one that I did in Forest Girl is a close second. Sorry. Some other things that I worked on this month, I just want to show really fast. Sorry, I don't know if you heard my son. He was being really goofy. But I've been trying to finish projects. So I did crochet a bonnet for my friend and already gave that, and it turned out super cute. And then I crocheted this, it's like an aviator hat, I think is what it is, for my son, with some of the wool that I dyed. and I think it turned out super cute. It was super fun. I made this in a day, so that was fun to work on. I still need to like clean up these ends and stuff. And let's see, I also finished knitting this. It's like a shawl. I need to block it still because it's very curly, but this is like a slip stitch shawl with this super cool yarn. So here's like the right side, and I think the wrong side turned out so cool. Like I almost prefer it over the other side, but I think both, it's like a really cool contrast of textures. So yeah, this one was super fun to knit. You can see there, let's see, where is it? There's a couple rows that I messed up on, but it's so nice and warm. It's wool, but it's also like not too hot for summer, so it's nice for like when I get chillier in the evenings because I have a lower body temperature. I just will like wrap this around my neck and it feels so nice. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I did this month. I did work on a cross stitch a little bit, but I forgot to go grab that, so maybe I'll show that next month so you can see the progress that I've made on that. And yeah, that's everything that I worked on this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Happy coloring!